Hello, and welcome to Capitals of the World, the Joy of Learning. Today, we're going to a part of the world that's full of history, cultural traditions, and life. We're going to visit capitals on the northern coast of South America. This region is a beautiful mix of different influences, stories, cultural heritage, and beautiful landscapes. We'll travel from the high Andes Mountains to the tropical coast of the Caribbean Sea. This journey promises exciting experiences and interesting discoveries. Here you'll see the spirit and hard work of the people, as well as the strength and resilience of their communities. Our journey will take us to 4 capitals located in the northern part of South America: Bogotá, Caracas, Georgetown, and Paramaribo. Our journey will kick off high in the mountains of Colombia, in the big, lively city of Bogotá. Then we'll travel east to Caracas, the capital of Venezuela, to see its busy life and rich culture. From there, our path will take us to the super green lands of Guyana, where we'll visit the cool city of Georgetown. Finally, we'll end our trip in the colorful and diverse capital of Paramaribo, Suriname. It's going to be a trip you won't forget. In each of these cities, we'll see what makes them so special and unique. We'll walk down streets that whisper stories from the past, learning about their rich history, going all the way back to when they were founded in colonial times, up to today. We'll explore these South American cultures, shaped by a mix of native, European, African, and Asian influences. We'll also check out the local and regional customs that people really cherish. We'll listen to traditional music and today's dance music, and we'll see all the different artists and craftspeople who create various types of art and crafts. It's through these little things that we can truly get to know the heart and soul of a place. This trip isn't just about seeing new places, but about experiencing them with all our senses. This way, we'll learn about the daily lives of the local people, we'll get to know their routines, their joys, and their beliefs. And of course, no trip would be complete without talking about food. So we'll also explore regional food and delicious local dishes. Hearty mountain stews, amazing barbecues, simple dishes that fill you up, and tropical sweets. So get comfortable, and without further ado, let's dive into the capitals of northern South America. Let's get started. Our first stop is Bogotá, the amazing capital city of Colombia. This city is way up in the Andes Mountains. It's about 2,640 meters, or 8,660 feet above sea level. That makes it one of the highest capital cities in the whole world. Its history started long before the Spanish arrived, with the Muisca people, a local indigenous group. They thought this high plain was a sacred place. Then, in 1538, a Spanish explorer named Gonzalo Jiménez de Quesada founded the city. He named it Santa Fe de Bogotá, and it quickly became a super important center for the Spanish colonial empire in the area. Religion plays a big role in Bogotá life. Most people here are Catholic, and you can really see that in their amazing churches, which are everywhere. A typical day in Bogotá is pretty busy, with mornings starting early to beat the traffic. But even with all the hustle and bustle, people in Bogotá are super warm and friendly. On weekends, they love to get together with family or friends at home, or just take a walk in the city's parks. There's a strong sense of community here, and of course, Colombian coffee is a daily ritual. One of the things people in Bogotá love to do most is ride bikes. Every Sunday and on holidays, many of the city's main streets are closed to cars and turned into ciclovías, which means they're just for cyclists. From 7 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon, the streets fill up with people riding bikes. Others go for runs, skate, or just walk around. It's a wonderful tradition that brings the community together and encourages a healthy and active lifestyle. Families, friends, and even pets join in the fun. The ciclovia shows the friendly and community spirit of the people of Bogotá. It's a weekly celebration of city life. An interesting fact about Bogotá is that it's often called the Athens of South America. The city got that nickname because of the large number of universities, libraries, and cultural institutions in that capital. Bogotá has long been a center for learning and arts in Colombia. People from Bogotá have a deep appreciation for literature, theater, and education. This intellectual spirit is still very much alive today. We can see it in the large number of Colombian writers who have gained fame and recognition for their works. 2 of them even received the Nobel Prize in Literature, Gabriel García Márquez and Juan Manuel Santos. Colombia also has a vibrant visual arts and theater scene with outstanding educational institutions. The city is home to several universities, both public and private, museums, art galleries, and bookstores. For anyone who loves to learn and explore, Bogotá is a true paradise, full of knowledge and creativity. Bogotá's food is hearty and comforting, perfect for the cool mountain weather at high altitudes. The most famous dish is Colombian ajiaco, a thick soup with potatoes, chicken, and corn. This is a beloved tradition, often shared in homes. Another favorite is hot chocolate with cheese. Pieces of cheese are dropped into the hot chocolate, creating a mix of sweet and salty flavors. For a quick snack, arepas, which are grilled corn cakes with butter or cheese, are the perfect choice. You can find vendors offering fresh hot arepas on street corners all over the city. They are a simple, satisfying, and essential part of the local food. Eating an arepa while walking through Bogotá's busy streets is a very common part of capital life. People from all walks of life also often enjoy a tinto, from business executives to construction workers. It's a simple pleasure that connects everyone in the city and is part of Colombian culture. Bogotá's daily rhythm is also marked by its high-altitude climate. But the weather there can change very quickly. A morning that starts sunny can turn into a rainy afternoon in just a few minutes. That's why Bogotanos always leave prepared. Many go out with umbrellas even if it's sunny, just in case. The cool weather also affects what people wear. Dressing in layers is most common, so you can take off clothes as it gets warmer. This changing weather in Bogotá is another typical characteristic of this city. It reminds us to be flexible and enjoy the sunny moments when they come, making the city a place of constant, but charming, unpredictability. We continue our journey and now we arrive in Caracas, the capital of Venezuela. Located in a beautiful valley, this city is the birthplace of Simón Bolívar, the Venezuelan soldier and politician who led the wars of independence against Spanish rule. His presence is felt throughout the city, from his birthplace to the national pantheon. The culture of Caracas is a mix of Spanish, indigenous, and African influences with a modern twist. There you can hear everything from traditional Venezuelan joropo to popular salsa played everywhere. In Caracas, Catholicism mixes with popular beliefs like the cult of Maria Leonza, which is a type of spiritualism that combines Catholic, indigenous, and African ideas and practices. The city is surrounded by El Avila, a big green wall that offers a break from the busy city life. People from Caracas are known for being strong and friendly. They also care about how they look and love to spend time with others. A simple coffee can turn into a long chat. The most famous Venezuelan food is the Venezuelan arepa, often filled with delicious combinations. Their favorite arepa is called Reina Pepiada, with shredded chicken, avocado, and mayonnaise. Our journey continues, and now we arrive at a city that feels completely different from the others. We've arrived in Georgetown, the capital of Guyana. Guyana is the only country in South America where English is spoken, but Georgetown has a clear Caribbean vibe. The city is located on the Atlantic coast, right at the mouth of the Demerara River. It's a low-lying city, below sea level during high tide, which is why it's protected by a large seawall. The Dutch were the first to set up a colony here, but the British took over later, in the late 18th century, and designed the city as we see it today. Georgetown's history is written in its unique architecture. The British designed the city with wide, tree-lined avenues and a network of canals for drainage, which earned it the nickname the Garden City of the Caribbean. What makes Georgetown truly special is that most of its historic buildings are made of carved wood. From grand mansions to the magnificent St. George's Cathedral, these wooden structures are beautifully designed with intricate details like latticework and hand-carved moldings. Walking through Georgetown is like stepping back in time to a different era of colonial elegance and tropical charm. The city's architecture is a testament to its rich history. Guyana's culture is a fascinating mix of African, East Indian, and native influences. This mix shows up in all the different celebrations and festivals they have. Some of these include Mashramani, which celebrates Guyana becoming a republic; Fagua, the Hindu festival of colors, love, and spring; Diwali, the festival of lights; Eid-ul-Adha, a Muslim holiday; and the Christian holidays of Easter and Christmas. The heart of the city is the famous Stabroek Market, a lively place where people gather to shop and hang out. Georgetown is also home to one of the tallest wooden buildings in the world, St. George's Cathedral, which we talked about earlier. This cathedral is a masterpiece of Victorian Gothic architecture, built with local wood, and it's a symbol of the city's special history. Life in Georgetown is pretty chill, with a slower Caribbean vibe than other capital cities. The people here are super warm and friendly, and folks often hang out outdoors, in parks and markets. One local tradition Guyanese celebrate every year is the Kite Festival, which is a bright symbol of community spirit. On that day, the sky fills with colorful kites released into the air from open spaces like parks and beaches to celebrate Christian Easter. It's a festival full of joy and color. Guyanese food also shows off its many different cultures. Popular dishes include cook-up rice, cooked with coconut milk and beans, and pepper pot, the national dish, a slow-cooked meat stew with cassaripe, a cassava root syrup. Our last stop on this journey takes us to Paramaribo, the capital of Suriname. Located right on the Suriname River, Paramaribo is a place where South American, Caribbean, and Asian cultures come together in a really cool way. The Dutch were the main colonial power in Paramaribo, and they set up this capital as a trading post way back in the 1600s. The city's history is deeply tied to the plantation economy, which brought people from Africa, India, Indonesia, Java, and China to Suriname as workers. This movement of people created an incredibly diverse society. The historic inner city of Paramaribo is so special that it's been named a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Just like we saw in Georgetown, Paramaribo also has beautiful wooden colonial buildings. But the style here is a unique mix of Dutch building ideas with local materials and ways of doing things. Here you can see grand white wooden buildings with tall shutters, grand balconies, and leafy green squares. This street layout and architecture have been really well preserved. Walking through the city feels like stepping into a living museum, where European design meets tropical creativity in a way you just don't find anywhere else on Earth. Paramaribo's culture is perhaps its most fascinating feature. It's one of the most ethnically diverse cities in the world. Paramaribo is like a big cultural puzzle, with Creole people, people from India, from Java, and native people, all mixed together and celebrating with their music and their parties. Something super amazing that shows us this unity is that we can find a mosque right next to a synagogue. For example, the Neve Shalom Synagogue and the Kaiserstraat Mosque have lived in peace for many, many years, and they even share the same parking lot. This way of respecting all religions is something they are very proud of. Here, temples, churches, and old beliefs are part of the city's great spiritual mix, and they teach us how different ways of thinking can live together in peace. In Paramaribo, a popular local tradition is to relax at the waterkant, which is the promenade along the Suriname River. In the evenings and at night, especially on weekends, this area really comes alive. Food vendors set up their stalls, and families and friends gather to eat, drink, and hang out while enjoying the food and the cool river breeze. It's a simple, joyful part of daily life, and the perfect way to feel the local vibe. Family and community are at the heart of life in Paramaribo. People maintain strong ties with their families, and large family gatherings are very common. There's a culture of looking out for each other. This sense of community extends to neighborhoods, where people often know their neighbors well and spend time chatting on their porches. This social fabric is woven from the different cultural traditions of the groups that make up Suriname's society, creating a warm and welcoming atmosphere that makes visitors feel right at home. It's this human connection that truly defines the city. The food in Paramaribo is an incredible adventure for your taste buds, reflecting the city's diverse population. Here you can find delicious dishes from Indonesian, Indian, Creole, Chinese, and Dutch cuisine. One dish you really have to try is roti, an Indian-style flatbread that comes with a rich chicken, potato, and vegetable curry. Another favorite food is sayoto soup, which is a Javanese chicken soup with a rich broth, shredded chicken, rice, and bean sprouts. For a snack, try bakabana, which is fried plantain served with a spicy peanut sauce. Exploring the food scene in Paramaribo is like taking a culinary trip around the world on one plate. What an amazing way to end our trip. Our journey comes to an end. Thank you so much for joining me. If you liked learning about these cool places, please give this video a like and subscribe to support our educational channel. See you soon in another episode of World Capitals, The Joy of Learning. Goodbye.